Cardinal Offishall. OMG. We are so honored to have you here on board on the Building Diversity 5th annual anniversary.
Yes.
We are so happy to have you.
No, the pleasure is absolutely mine. Listen, the room is filled with beautiful people. The vibes are amazing, and it's for an incredible cause. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel honored to be here tonight.
Thank you. So I wanted to ask you something because I know with the many hats that you wear, producer, rapper, like I can't even go on, and the award that you just won.
Yes.
What is a message that you could really give to people? Because right now I know in the US, when we talk about DEI, it's no longer something that the organizations or even some of the artists are no longer working towards diversity. For them, it's something of the past. What do you think right now, a message you could really give them to let them know that we're here to embrace more possibility as the theme of tonight. What
Yeah.
message can you really give?
You know what? I am always somebody who loves every opportunity for us to promote self-empowerment. What I like is that, even though obviously there is around the world, especially in North America, and of course in the U.S. and Canada, there is people that are scaling back on their DEI and their inclusive initiatives. But I think what it does sometimes in those times that may seem a little negative or a little dark is what it does is it gives you more strength and it gives you more power and resilience. And I think that's the message that I would like to get to everybody is that sometimes when people pull back from the support, sometimes it just makes you stronger because you have to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing that I love about, crowds like tonight and things that I love to represent is the fact that, yes, we are definitely going to work in partnership with people, but the thing is, partnerships don't always last forever. So we have to be able to figure out ways to work together with people, but also to be resilient and build up self-empowerment, so that you depend on yourself as much as possible.
I love that. I definitely 100% agree with you when it comes to building those resilience, being real, because we'll always have setbacks, right?
Absolutely.
So, do you want to?
Kardinal Offishall in the house. We're so grateful to have you as a part of this, a special part of this. Now, you've been a huge voice in the Canadian landscape for diversity, for breaking barriers, for, really kind of representing, for years, decades. And what are you most excited about for tonight's theme in terms of building diversity and inclusion, but also embracing the impossible?
See, what am I excited about? I'm excited pretty much about us just hammering home the message, but what does that look like, especially in the climate of today? What does that look like? Now that we know what it feels like when people do sometimes pull away, when we don't get the support that we need, what does that look like and how do we create something that's sustainable? And I think that's something that's awesome. It's always incredible for people that come from, different walks of life, different corporations, different partnerships and so forth. But how is it that we can create something sustainable within that doesn't depend on outside sources? And I think for me, that is something that I'm really excited about. I saw a lot of incredible entrepreneurs in here, a lot of dope people from around the city. And, I heard that some people came in from, flew in from other places around the country. I really think that having that kind of a concept spread throughout the evening is going to be something that I'm most excited about because, of course, it is amazing when we can talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, but the reality is that DEI is just a buzzword. You understand what I'm saying? People...
How do we go beyond the buzzword
That's
to systems
make
and
the
policy
t-shirt.
for real
Make
change?
the T-shirt, and that's what it's all about. Is really how do you create a sustainable infrastructure that is going to support underserved communities, and that's really what it's about.
Amazing. And if you could see the future in the next 5 years from this movement, what would you envision?
For the future, I see events like this, 10x, you know what I'm saying? Growing to be bigger, better, and much bolder, you know what I'm saying? It's only going to go up from here. All the incredible people that I just met the last few minutes alone shows me that this is going to be something that will be more of a staple that even more people will know about and more people will get behind and support.
Amazing. And if you had one message for other artists and other leaders out there to break barriers that are around them and to sort of just like where diversity and inclusion isn't just a thing, it's like a way of the Canadian landscape, what message would you give?
I would say to look inward. Look inward. At a time when everything is really dependent on social media and feeding that dopamine fix, I would definitely say to look inward, get the strength from inward, and let what's in here guide your steps.
Love that. Thank you so much and have an amazing night. We can't wait to see you perform and rock the house. Thank you.